Hey peeps, in today's video we'll be setting up and trying out the longer extension kit with our longer B1 40-watt laser. If you're interested in longer machines, make sure to use our discount code PROJECT5OFF for 5% off at checkout. We'll have the link to their website in the description. Also, a huge thanks to Longer for sending us this longer B1 extension kit. In order to set up the extension kit with our laser, we'll have to disconnect wires and remove our original Y-axis frame pieces. that we have a longer, we'll go ahead and set up the laser for a bigger workspace in LightBurn. Our extended laser is now ready to be used, so we'll create a festive multi-layered winter sign by laser cutting cardboard.
After some initial testing with this extension kit, here are some of our thoughts. So obviously this extension kit drastically increases the size of our Y direction of the longer B1, which is really neat. Now I will say installation of this extension kit isn't the easiest. It is very clear laid out, with the exception of some wire placement at the front corner where it connects to the motherboard. As you saw, there wasn't a cutout for the wires in the front that connect to the motherboard like there are in the original frame. So we had to kind of figure out where the wires would go where they would not interfere with the belt. Once we figured that out, installation was pretty easy. I will say that after tensioning the belts and getting everything set up, the laser is still as accurate as it was in the smaller frame, even though we have much larger distance across the whole workspace. Really good to see that we can maintain that accuracy. Now the kit comes with extension wires, of course, as well as an extension for the air hose so that you can use the longer air pump for the air assist, which again is an awesome addition to the extension frame. So if you find yourself with this laser and just don't have quite enough space, this could be a good addition. Of course, it only extends this laser in the Y direction and not the X direction, so just be aware of that. We had to flip our project 90 degrees so that we went longer in this direction rather than that direction. Another thing to note is if you decided to get the camera, the longer camera that sits over it, it's no longer going to be big enough to fit the entire workspace in your frame. So you'll have to choose where your camera image will be in your work surface, but you won't be able to get the whole surface just because of how big this workspace is. Another thing to note, our honeycomb bed, our longer honeycomb bed here is no longer big enough for this extension frame. So you saw we had to improvise with some sheet aluminum to protect our work surface. So just be aware of that you are going to need something to protect your work area if you decide to use the entire space that this extension frame has, which why wouldn't you? So we're really excited to use this laser in its current form where we won't have to split projects into different shapes and then realign. That is really nice to be able to cut the job in one go. So maybe worth it to you if this is something that you can fit in your workspace and you already have the B1 laser. This is a pretty good addition.
Once again, a huge thanks to Longer for sending us this extension kit and the Longer B1. If you're interested in Longer machines, you can use our discount code Project5Off for 5% off at checkout. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it.